couldn't keep it in. Out off Jeremy Lin. So it stays with the LA Lakers. Substitution being made in this one. James to Davis. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Los Angeles has the basketball. James. To Davis. Anthony Davis. 2 for 2. That's what you want. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Great pass to set it up. He gets it.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Kyle Kuzma with a piece. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. LeBron James swats it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Kuzma to James. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Sixers control it. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. James. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's a big finish.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Great feed. In the slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
And he scores. Jay, how do you stop that?
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Lin with it. His guys down big. To Horford. Good look that time, but off the mark. Davis. To James. Now Horford able to recover with the block. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Knocked loose. And count the basket inside.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
And counted at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Davis to James. Easy path to the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lynn with it. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Cruises inside for two.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Now, opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Davis. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Sixers have the basketball. Knocked loose. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
And stuffs it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Cash is in for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Horford. Short jumper won't go down. That's the end of one here in game number 3. And we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Philadelphia with the basketball. Knocked loose. Lakers have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Navigating through traffic. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
JaVale McGee rejects it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by JaVale McGee. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. And he finishes at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Embiid. Layup goes down. Well done.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Oh, emphatic slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made us statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Knocked loose. For three, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Stuffs it down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Knocked loose. Across the timeline comes James. His guys hold a commanding lead. They get it to Kuzma, down low. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Lynn. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Slam dunk.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Here's Simmons with it up top. Down a bundle to James. Davis. Nothing going here on that drive. James. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. And the finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knocked loose. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Backcourt violation is called. Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. And a nice finish at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good. It's a three-point play. This big first half continues. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. It remains Sixers basketball. Knocked loose. Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. To Tobias Harris. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. No, it's been scrappy. Let's see who can take the jump. Davis to James. It goes down. Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Slams it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
And stuffs it home.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
To Richardson. JaVale McGee. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. Smith now into the front court. He'll run the offense. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a Prob City.
Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Embiid. Knocked loose. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by JaVale McGee. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Lakers have it. To James. Stuffs it down with authority.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
Jeremy Lin lays it in.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Lakers at the controls right now. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. JaVale McGee to James. Joel Embiid sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Davis.
Shoot that, boy.
Curling inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Count it at the line.
Shot, boy.
Knocked loose. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. Lynn with it. His guys down big. Knocked loose. What a save. That's hard work right there. Lynn passed it off. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Kyle Kuzma snatching it out of the air. Lakers ball.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Richardson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Josh Richardson trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. JaVale McGee to James. Runner's good there.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Knocked loose. To Richardson. Here's a chance from long range, and the rebound taken in by Davis. LeBron with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets. Lakers have it. He throws it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Sixers control it. Lakers come up with it. JaVale McGee to James. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Oh, emphatic slam. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Josh Richardson tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Lynn. Knocked loose. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Time to shuffle things up. It's James controlling the offense. Mike Scott with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Knocked loose. Lakers have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Hits the free throw. Sixers have the basketball. Lynn down low for Harris. Nice pass to get things going.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Deep left corner. Off the mark. Well contested.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Lynn. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Mike Scott trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. To James. And throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Knocked loose. Lynn with it. Down a bundle. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Los Angeles, they have it. Quinn sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen.
The Lakers entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. And no matter what was tried by the opposition, they just couldn't be slowed down. Back to Ed and Jay.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Lakers come up with it.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
To Kyle Kuzma. Davis. Joel Embiid pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Here's LeBron for 2. Not that time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
The drive right to the basket to Tobias Harris. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Simmons to Embiid. Lakers have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
good. Off a spin.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons to Richardson. Shot from the lane won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
Nice pass to set things up. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Got it.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
LBJ has it. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
I don't know if a body on him would have prevented that bucket, but it at least would have let him know that you were there.
Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. It remains Sixers basketball. Knocked loose. They love this hustle. That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. Lakers come up with it. Gets to the basket and scores.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play as they continue to open things up here in the 3rd quarter. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. JaVale McGee with a piece.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are. He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Knocked loose. It's in the hands of Philadelphia to Tobias Harris. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Count the basket at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. After the tie-up, let's see who can retain it. Tosses. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Smith into the front court. He'll run the offense. To James. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. After the tie-up, they'll throw it up and see who gets the possession. James. To Davis. Here's James with a chance, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line. Tobias Harris at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one, count it. And he makes them both. James to Davis. Anthony Davis, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
James. Stuffs it down with authority.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Lakers come up with it. JaVale McGee to Davis. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. And scores.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Los Angeles has the basketball. Joel Embiid swats it. 4th this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
James to Davis. JaVale McGee to James. Lays it up and in.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Harris. Great dish to set it up. Big finish at the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To James. To Davis. Yes, and a foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays that they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
And add one more to his total.
Good shot, boy.
Smith with it up top. His guys down big. James. And count the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Into the front court comes Smith. Looking to make something happen. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
To James. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Sixers control it. Lakers come up with it. Kuzma to Davis. Curling inside. And the basket good at the rim.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Off the mark on his free throw. Lynn with it. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And stuffs it down.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
James to Kyle Kuzma. The pass set it all up.
Hey, look. Pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
Sixers have the basketball. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. To James. Al Horford rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Jeremy Lin. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Richardson. Trying to cash in. Shot by Lynn won't go. James into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Count the basket inside.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Joel Embiid has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. LeBron into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To James. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. James. Down for McGee. Count the bucket for two.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Knocked loose. Philadelphia with the basketball. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Knocked loose. To Embiid. Short jumper off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Davis. JaVale McGee. Count it.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and McGee there for the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication...
It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Ben Simmons, huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Lynn. Lakers come up with it.
I'm looking at the bench right now, and the coach is saying, keep pushing it, keep going.
Flushes it home.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Down low for Kuzma. Mike Scott sends it away. Simmons to Embiid. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Lakers have it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Off the assist.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
A couple of cracks at the line now.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Mike Scott, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. James. And scores. Strong take.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
JaVale McGee to James. Anthony Davis. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. Knocked loose. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. JaVale McGee to James. To Davis. James. Smith with the basketball. He'll run the offense. He gets it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's James controlling the offense. Al Horford snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Ferocious slam inside.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
It's good, and one.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. To Embiid. Tobias Harris above the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Davis. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Tobias Harris. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. To Kyle Kuzma. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. James. To Davis. James. From the outside, no good. To James. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. It remains Sixers basketball. Time for some new personnel into the game. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Knocked loose. He's on the deck. Great sacrifice. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. They're in position. Let's see who can retain it. Lakers have it. To James. It's good. Lynn with it. His guys down big. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Jeremy Lin at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. LBJ with it. Sizing up the defense. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. Substitution being made in this one. James to Kyle Kuzma. Gets a look. McGee punching it home with the putback slam.
JaVale has such a good nose around the basket until he doesn't.
What are you saying there, Jay?
It's 50-50 sometimes.
Well, hopefully it's half glass full in this regard. To Richardson. Lakers come up with it. Davis. Yes, and the foul. And And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Knocked loose. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. And he's got the free throw as well. Harris. LeBron James tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
JaVale McGee to James. JaVale McGee goes to the left side. Down to 5 on the 24. Big finish at the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
The monster stuff.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Embiid. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. It remains Sixers basketball. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Embiid to Richardson. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Throws it down with authority.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
And McGee there for the rebound. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Sixers control it to Embiid. And look out.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Across the timeline comes James. His guys holding the big lead. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the three-point play. Coach likes this number, 92%. And the free throw is good. 3 points on that trip. Sixers have the basketball. To Horford. Down low for Harris. Off the assist.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Jumper's good.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Kuzma to James. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Tobias Harris has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. To Kyle Kuzma. James to Davis. Philadelphia with the basketball. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. And count the basket inside.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Lakers come up with it. And counted at the rim.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Knocked loose. Lakers have it. And a throwdown.
Good finish.
Long heave from three-quarters court. The Lakers get the victory. They won their 18th NBA title, the most of any franchise, and their first since 2008. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers won this matchup with a significant margin. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The 76ers did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Philadelphia 76ers lost this game on the scoreboard, obviously, but they really lost this game by not being physical enough. Again and again, they allowed the ball to get inside, and once it was there, it was getting scored. A lot.
Player of the game.
LeBron James and his triple-double will be all over the news.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
Right now, Sam.
24 hours, cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector, don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector, don't lie, lie, lie. No, 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 no. I ain't got no tickets to the show. You should call the fire marshal, cause I